Welcome to WENOW. I'm your host, Josie Alicia, and today on this segment, we're going to be talking health and wellness. So I have joining me here today, Tina Brigley, a transformational health coach. Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you, Josie. It's my pleasure.
Awesome. It's awesome to have you here to talk about everything that people want to know. I mean, summer, fitness, health, everything. It's going to be great. Now, I've heard of nutritionists, dietitians, personal trainers, that kind of stuff. So what exactly is a transformational health coach?
So a transformational health coach to me is somebody who transforms the way you vision health, the way you see yourself, the way you identify yourself. So I say that it's transformational because it really is holistic. You know, what is the definition of transformation? Transformation is when you change your identity, when you change your values, when you change your beliefs. So transformational health coaches, I'm up to creating a change in how you see health and wellness. You know, not as a diet or not as, everybody comes to me, I want to lose weight. I said, no, you don't. You don't want to lose weight. You're searching for something else. And what are you really searching for? You're searching to be the best version of yourself. And you're choosing health first, and then that ripples, and it's transformative.
That's amazing, because I know I've tried, fad diets, stuff like that, and they never work, because you can't stick to them because you're not getting to that core principle, which is changing yourself. Mm-hmm. So can you tell us a bit about your background and your credentials?
Yeah, sure. So I started out as a residential counselor, and I helped women who were in domestic violence situations. So I was a counselor. I was a child and youth worker, so I helped at-risk youth, children with mental health issues. And then I became a teacher, and I was a teacher for 12 years, and I taught students with special needs. I loved it. I loved it all. And there was still a part of me that was missing, and I didn't know what that was because I had the greatest job in the world. I am an educator. I can influence lives, but I felt like there was something missing. So one summer, I enrolled to become a health coach. I didn't really know what a health coach was, but I thought, you know what, I'm pretty healthy. I like to talk to people about health. I can do this. I can create this. So I got my health coaching certificate through the Health Coach Institute, which led to me getting my life coaching certificate, which kind of took me in a different direction too, where I realized that on top of that training, I needed to do some really deep personal work myself. So then I got a lot of personal transformation. And although I didn't get a certificate for that, transforming my life, I think, is a pretty big deal. So, it's kind of lots of different experiences. I have my bachelor's in education, my honors in psychology, but that to me, it's like, that's secondary,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, education is definitely important, but without that practical aspect, like, what does it really mean, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I've got to know. I mean, I'm strapped for time, and I'm sure, most of our viewers are strapped for time in their day-to-day life. So are there some tips you can provide for what we can do on like a day-to-day sort of basis? Something easy, something that's hard to forget for helping to just kind of change our mentality about the way we think about health and fitness?
I think the biggest tip, the biggest advice I can give to people is really pay attention to your thoughts, because your thoughts create your actions. And take responsibility, right? When we take responsibility, somehow our mindset shifts from being a victim of our circumstances to being responsible. So when you shift that mentality to, I'm responsible, the way my life is, what I'm up to creating, I'm responsible for that, it's very empowering, because it's not difficult to be healthy, to live a healthy lifestyle. But we make it difficult. We make everything difficult. But when we say, you know what, I'm going to take responsibility for this. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to work towards being healthier a little bit each day. Those actions, those small action steps, create huge changes, and stepping outside of our fear. People think about, it's so much work, I got to do the work. It's only a lot of work. If you tell yourself it's a lot of work, if you have the mindset that it's going to be easy, what am I going to do? I'm just going to be healthier.
That's amazing. So this seems almost, I guess, really similar to a concept called positive talk, where you just kind of, well, I guess, for example, like a lot of women, you know, sometimes you look in the mirror, you'll get kind of down, you'll say, I don't like this, I don't like that. But rather than using those negative thoughts, you're instead focusing on the positive aspects of your life. So I like my arms today, they look strong and things like that. Is that similar to what you mean?
Yeah. We don't acknowledge ourselves for all the wonderful qualities that we have. We have a tendency to focus on what's not going right, what's not well, what needs to be fixed, what's broken. I come from the mindset that everybody is perfect and whole and complete and nothing needs to be fixed. What we need to do is really embrace and acknowledge ourselves for, like you said, you know, I like my arms today and I like my legs and I like this amazing body that is so capable. And I love who I am. And when you come from that place, instead of looking in the mirror, wanting to change everything and fix everything, there's nothing that needs to be fixed. Your mindset automatically goes to just being your best self, right? And you can't be your best self if you're beating yourself up every day.
That is very true.
Right.
Now, it's my understanding that you've also just launched a group session. Can you tell us more about that?
So I have an app which has my signature health coaching program, which is 12 sessions. They're released 1 week at a time. And that's great. That's information, right? You can get information off the internet if you really wanted to do the research. But what I provide in the group setting is a system, support, and accountability. And in the coaching sessions, I really help people to acknowledge who they are and what they're up to. And when they're stuck with their mindset, with things that are blocking them, I help them uncover the things that are stuck. People are afraid of a group coaching experience because they don't want to open up. They're afraid of what people are going to think, what people are going to say. And I really give them the space to just be with other people and learn from other people, because you learn from hearing other people's stories, and then we start to realize we're all the same. We all have similar needs. We all have similar experiences. We're not completely the same, but the struggles we make real, right? And so the group setting is really amazing to see just how much we have in common with each other and how this is the common human experience. We're not alone. And what I do is really get into people's worlds, really listen to what their struggles are. Because in that listening, they'll figure out their own strategies. They'll figure out what they need to do. It's almost like, I'm just there. And they say, well, I know what I need to do. I need to wake up every morning and I need to do 5 minutes of mindfulness. Okay, then do it.
That's perfect.
Just do it.
Oh, that's awesome. So would you say then that there is a bigger difference between the group sessions that you're offering versus more of like an individualistic program? Like, is there a difference in the information that people would receive, or like the experiences that they're going to be having?
So the group coaching, like I said, is my signature health coaching program. So, we have weekly sessions, and our sessions are guided by what information they learned, what came up for them. Now, my one-on-one coaching is more really taking on your life in a big and powerful way. So anything that people are stuck on, it's individual, it's one-on-one. So basically, it's creating possibility in your life. You know, what is it that you really want to make possible? So holding that space for them to be able to create the life that they want to live, the relationships that they want to have, the health that they want to have. And it's individual, so whatever opens up, we really address all of those things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now I see up here on our screen there, we got you doing the TED Talk. What was that like? Can you tell us about that experience?
Okay, so yeah, and I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
When I watch my video, I can see where I was stuck in my head for the first couple minutes because I was terrified. And people have said, I didn't see that in you, but I was. But after a few minutes, when I just got to the realization, like my why am I up here? Why am I sharing myself? Why am I being vulnerable? It was really because my intention was to help people see things in my talk that could open up something for them. So when I went from a place of, oh my gosh, this is all about me, I'm so scared, to I'm contributing and I'm taking away from their experience if I stay stuck in my fear, my mindset shifted, and then I just showed up. And I can see the switch in me. And so I decided when I looked back in the whole experience, that's how I need to live my life. Not being afraid of making it or being successful, whatever, loads up in your head. It's just, what am I going to do to contribute to the lives of everybody that I meet? How am I going to take them from some place where they feel stuck to feeling empowered? What can I do to be the change that they want to see in the world, that they want to see in themselves? So I do a lot of my own mindset work and a lot of personal, deep work, because I also acknowledge I can only take people as far as I'm willing to take myself. And I want to take myself to a whole another level of consciousness, of awareness, so I can be the change that I want to see in the world. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you really do practice what you preach here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in a big way.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably invest about 10 hours a week in personal development.
That's amazing. So clearly, everyone can find, a few minutes each day just to talk positively about themselves and just to try to transform that mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the only way. The diet industry is $1 billion industry. Why? Because people are trying to fix something that's not broken. They're trying to find answers out there when the answers are inside. The answers are truly inside.
Yeah. That sounds great, but yeah, no, I really like that mentality. It's a completely different way to look at this kind of stuff. So again, thank you so much, Tina, for joining us here today. We really appreciate having you out.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, and viewers, if you are interested in, changing your mindset about health and wellness and really just your whole outlook on life, make sure you would check out Tina's website. We've got that up at the bottom for you. She's on Facebook as well. And if you would like to be featured on one of our WENOW segments, make sure you email me. That is josie@we-tv.ca. And make sure you're following us on social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So again, I'm your host, Josie Alicia, and you've been watching WENOW. Thank you. Bye.